Coming up on today's show, our 17th annual holiday extravaganza. A little bit of tree, a lot of cheer, a lot of our craftspeople, a real celebration of our past year. Designing Texas starts now. Hello everybody, I'm Jocelyn White and welcome to this edition of Designing Texas. As I mentioned earlier, this is our 17th holiday show, and as we look back over the years, we've been some kind of places and seen some kind of decoration and decor. It is one of my favorite times of the year, and it's also a favorite time of the year for our Designing Texan, Gary Riggs. And Gary, you have been with us for half of that 17 years.
Yes.
Were you aware of that?
I wasn't.
I started counting up the time and I went, oh wow. Well, I thought today we'd take a look back at some of our personal holiday traditions and why Christmas is such a favorite of yours, and how you kind of mix and match your decorations from year to year. And so while we have a seat, we'll look at some of the high-rise decorations, because you've been living in high-rises and now you're back in your house.
Back in the house.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love this time of the year because I get to bring out ornaments that I had when I was a kid, or ornaments that my grandparents had. I mean, I have some that actually go back to the 1900s with some of my grandparents.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's really interesting and it's a lot of fun every year when you do Christmas. And back when I was actually decorating clients' trees myself, it was fun because, you know, you take something out, you always want to make sure, well, those are going on the tree because there's specific kind of memories and things that come with. I mean, it's always different and it's always reinvented.
And I think that's the thing, so people don't have to get bored or go buy something new.
Yeah, you can give yourself a whole different look just by maybe changing a ribbon or, you know, something simple, or just the way that it's decorated.
One of the things I've noticed in the years that we've been sharing Christmases is your little village. So what have we here?
Well, this is the Dickens Village. It's Department 56's deal that they do. They do several different series, but this is the Dickens, which is all about the characters out of his books. And,
of course.
I think it's fun to kind of do the blanket of snow and set it up, and it gives you just a little ambiance. A lot of people like to put those together, and that's another thing that gets created differently every year. I hang on to the snow and the base for the top of the piano, but I found that every year the buildings all end up in different, you know, scenarios and different walls.
People put up their trees at different times and take them down. I'm always curious as to when you do that. So when do you put up your trees?
Well, ours usually are always right around Thanksgiving. And traditionally for years it was the day after. We just would pull all the Christmas out and start it then.
When does it all go down again?
But, well, I don't even want to admit when it goes down because sometimes it gets pretty late. I think last year was February, but this year we'll see how it goes. If the drapery, there's drapes that we're waiting on to get hung and some things like that. And if it gets where we can photograph, we'll probably hang on a bit. So we can get photographed. Where there's interest in doing a book about this house because it's historically protected, and kind of make it about the architect and the things, but then also what we've done to it.
Well, let's talk about when we're going to begin this process, because we sort of followed you along and then you moved from the house to the high rise, and now you're back here starting in February perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. We're just not quite there yet. Like I say, the drape's got to be hung in some places. The new add-on is just recently finished, and we changed the plans from the original a bit. And so it's a little bit different, but it's coming together. It's fun, and we've got, you know, in the art collection, it's grown since we, you know, so there's all that too. So it's all a little bit different.
Well, I can't wait. As long as Designing Texas makes it in the book somewhere, we'll be happy campers. Thank you, Gary. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's been fun to follow a builder like Tony Visconti this year and meet his craftspeople that he uses through Bella Custom Homes. But today he's talking about what it really means when you see the words Build to Suit.
Hi, I'm Tony Visconti with Bella Custom Homes. A lot of people ask me, Tony, what's a build-a-suit? A build-a-suit is when somebody comes along and has an idea for a project that they want to build. It starts with the relationship of a client and a builder. My job is to take a person's idea and to fulfill their dreams.
When I walked into Deloche, I was blown away. It is just spectacular. And he has taken the quality that he put in our home and put it in this one.
All of our craftsmen work with us on all of our homes. So whether it's a $1.5 million house or a $15 million house, they all go with us from house to house, project to project.
Well, Tony has been in the business for decades. There are many builders who will go for the low-cost bidder. And one of the things that I've found about Tony is before he even considers whether or not they can be a supplier for him, they have to meet his criteria of quality.
A Bella Custom Homes will stand the test of time because we pay attention to all the details.
It's not a trend. It's not something you walk into and say, oh yeah, that home was built 10, 15, 20 years ago. Our home, I believe, is going to be as impressive as it is now for 50 years.
Every time I walk in, I go, oh, it looks brand new, because it is timeless. And it's not trendy at all, and I just love living there.
You can go down to the foundation level of this home. You can go inside the walls where nobody will ever see this home is perfect.
What I strive for as a builder at Bella Custom Homes is when I drive by a house that I built 25 years ago, I want to be proud of that house, and I want my children to be proud of it. And I want my kids to be able to tell their kids that my dad built that home. Build-a-suits is what we specialize in. The same quality and craftsmanship goes into each and every house we build, regardless of the size or the price. And here's one of our longtime vendors.
Hi, my name is Chase Shaverda. I'm the owner of Marlin Landscape. We are a design build company. We can handle all the aspects of the outdoors under one umbrella, and once we're done with our projects, we can also maintain them and keep them looking beautiful for many years to come. The great thing of working with Tony and Bella Custom Homes is that he lets us use our imagination and work with him to create these projects. It's important to invest in the landscaping for curb appeal, resale of your home, and just the outdoor aesthetics of the property. For 5 years, we designed this project with our lead designer, Matt Hannes, who I feel like really captured the architecture of the home. This is an Italian garden with a lot of boxwoods and hardscape being punctuated from front to back, very cohesive. At Marlin Landscape, we work with every customer to capture their wants, their needs, and how they want to use their outdoor spaces. From hardscapes to pools to outdoor living areas, that's what we do at Marlin Landscape. And we take your wants and create them into your dreams. I got into the business not wanting to work behind a desk and became a landscaper, but love what we do. Very passionate about it. There's not another industry where you can get that instant gratification. And getting to work with Tony and Bella Custom Homes is a great opportunity. Because of the size of his projects, it really brings out the creative side of our business.
And Tony mentioned build to suit. Well, that means any piece of property anywhere you want it. How about the hills of Kingswood? A little bit later in the show, we've got Build It with Bruce, Myong talking the overview of personal skincare and how you can do it at home. And Kent Rathbun joins us, that famous Dallas chef, with a little bit of a Christmas brunch recipe. All that ahead on Designing Texas.
Today we're going to talk about mommy makeover. Moms love their kids, but they frequently come in and they tell us, my kids wrecked my body. So in a mommy makeover, we want to restore their breasts to their pre-pregnancy state, or maybe even a little better than they were. And we also want to restore their belly back to their pre-pregnancy state. It is absolutely reasonable to do breast operations and tummy tuck operations at the same time and in the same surgical setting. But it really is going to be worth it for you to do these two operations together if it's what you want and what is indicated for you. The experience will absolutely be worth it, and you'll be so happy you did it.
Everybody, I'm Jocelyn White with John Zazelka, and we're at home here in the hills of Kingswood. Actually today, John, as you know, we're in the Capital Distributing showroom with their wonderful new Thermador display behind us, and we want to thank them for letting us here. It's fun to look around.
It's great to look around, and really thanks to all the folks at Capital Distributing. They furnish a lot of homes for most of our builders in the hills of Kingswood. They're a first-rate product in a first-rate development, so we actually help each other quite a bit.
Yeah, I tell you, this showroom is a must-see. If you're thinking about what you want to do for your kitchen, this is the place to come, the place to be. Well, John, the holidays are finally here. They're upon us.
Yes, it's wonderful, and this season has just been wonderful to see what's been happening at the hills of Kingswood with, of course, now the changing colors, and the folks that we had out for our show last month, there was probably well over 200 people, and we have some wonderful suppliers and wonderful decorators and builders. And,
the builders who had their homes up in Christian Custom Homes, Ron Davis Custom Homes, and then of course C. Michael Jones Design Build had some fabulous homes for people to wander through, and things are really happening at the hills of Kingswood.
Well, they are, Jocelyn, and we've had this vision for so many years, and it's just to see it happening with the wonderful people that we have. They're moving in, and the people who have working with us. It's just been a joy. So unusual for that particular area to be just as vibrant as it is. Probably the most vibrant city in North America, I understand.
I used to say it was a bedroom community, like so many of the smaller, satellite towns around Dallas and Fort Worth are. Not anymore. Frisco is a city of its own, and it is a go-to destination city. I'm going to let you kind of fill us in on the 360 of what's going to be going on in this area in 2018.
Well, things are rolling right along at the hills of Kingswood. It's just been a wonderful year, and we've got some unique products that have been built by some wonderful builders. And the fact that we have such a diversity of people when you move to Texas, as I did many years ago, coming from Canada, and discovered that people here are the key. It's such a friendly atmosphere, such a pro-business atmosphere. And then coming to the hills of Kingswood in the heart of Frisco, which is now the #1 city in terms of growth in the United States. We have a 25,000 square foot home going up the first of the year. The house is being built by one of our newest custom builders, Ventura Custom Homes. And also, C. Michael Jones Design Build has 2 new homes going up on Lilac, definitely adding to the unbelievable homes on our signature street. And also Lilac has a home by Monaco Homes that also takes advantage of the incredible views the street has to offer. And sometime during the second quarter, Christian Custom Homes will start yet another one of his masterpieces. Very exciting. Indeed, it adds to the landscape, and as things just continue to evolve, it's truly exciting. Phase 3 will feature some of our premier builders, and including C. Michael Jones Design Build, Monaco Custom Homes, Laguna Homes, and of course, Ron Davis Custom Homes. And those are just a few of the custom builders at the hills of Kingswood. So come on out and secure your lot. And that's our 360.
We have so many wonderful craftspeople here at the hills of Kingswood that various builders use, and great vendors, like the folks who are letting us use their showroom as our set today, and that would be Capital Distributing.
Right now you're seeing a lot of people leaning towards more clean lines. They love that really, the more modular look. And so some of the brands that we have are now offer where you can customize how you want to design your kitchens to create that real clean line look and do more of a flush mount application, which is where it kind of blends in with the cabinets. Columns are one of the latest trends we're seeing in refrigeration, and that is where you can customize your refrigeration. So versus having your typical refrigerator attached to your freezer, you can now customize it. So if you want to do 24 inches in one side in the refrigeration and 36 in the freezer, you can have it customized however you want. They don't actually attach to each other. They're two separate units, so you can have them in any place in your kitchen, or you can have them together where they look very seamless. So here's one of the products that I was talking about earlier, is that steam cooking. It's one of the hottest trends on the market right now, but there's actually a lot of people who are not really familiar with it. But basically it uses a combination of steam and baking to be able to prepare a healthy meal in under 5 minutes. In Texas, we still love cooking on gas, and especially on these large ranges. One of the neatest things by Thermador is the new steam oven that they've incorporated into the range. Speaking of Thermador, here's an example of the new columns we were just talking about. That's the latest trend. You can do refrigeration, freezer, and wine refrigeration right in the middle. So we love when people come into Capital Distributing who are just in the market for appliances. They come in, they're not really sure where to start, where to go. It can be a really overwhelming process. So that's where we love to be able to work with people, build a relationship with them, and really walk them through the process. Let them go through the different kitchens and see all of the different options they have, see the different materials and finishes. There's so much to see and so much out there. It can be incredibly overwhelming, that we really rely on our team who have a lot of experience and knowledge to help them find the right product.
It really has been a great year here at the Hills of Kingswood. We want to thank Capital Distributing again for letting us use their showroom as our set. And there's been just so much going on this year. It is time for the holidays, though. What are you going to be doing?
Well, I'm very blessed to be able to leave here in a couple days and go down and see my grandchildren in San Antonio, Texas. They're 1 and 5 years old.
Oh, the magic of Christmas at that house.
Yes, it's going to be such a thrill to see them, and they enjoy their old grandfather every once in a while.
I bet. Well, I'm headed to Louisiana to see my mom, my brother, my nephew, my sister-in-law, and to laisser le bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. You do the same. We're at home here in the Hills of Kingswood, and we want you to be too. Merry Christmas, everybody, from all of us here.
Merry Christmas, Jocelyn.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Give Cheryl my love.
I will.
Sharon Webb is our go-to gal in the Hills of Kingswood, so stop by, get a personal tour of our community, and let Sharon introduce you to the spectacular home sites we have available. You too can be at home in the Hills of Kingswood. Give her a call to set up your appointment. We're in the home stretch of Designing Texas. So glad you're with us today. Today, Bruce is talking about the finish out, the finishing touches, if you will. Take it away, Bruce.
Hello, I'm Bruce Russo. Welcome to Build It with Bruce. Today, we're at one of the many restaurants I have under construction. This particular restaurant is Toulouse Bistro here at Legacy West. If you recall, in the second step of the encapsulation process, DFW Thermal could not gain access to a portion of the attic area, so we had to come inside and remove a section of sheetrock from the ceiling. Not only did Platinum Turnkey Solutions repair the ceiling, but in the process, they removed all the existing texture, sprayed new texture, and painted the ceilings. For the most part, patching and refreshing a ceiling is a simple process for Platinum Turnkey Solutions. But believe me, they are capable of so much more. Here is Edward Padilla with custom builder Tony Visconti at a project on Deloach in Preston Hollow.
Eduardo, one of the things that we're known for is our groin faults. And I've got to tell you, you do such an incredible job on these groin vaults.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Well, in order to achieve this type of finish, it's a long process. We had to do a layer of 1/4-inch high flex drywall, 100% glue it, screw it, and then we go back with another layer of 1/2-inch drywall. Many people don't see that, but that's a lot of work, a lot of floating, a lot of coats and coats of primer, mud, in order to have these perfect groin sealings throughout. We have 3 different types of finishes in this project. The more important is on the main areas of the house, stairways, hallways, living room, family room. We're looking for a perfection. The one is called level 5 slick finish, where it's completely smooth. You're not able to see any joints, any lines, anything. It has to be perfect. And then some areas of the house, we have a level 4. We do that for secondary bathrooms, bedrooms, where still being smooth, but it's not exactly perfect. The wine cellar, we did the hand finish, hand trowel, skip trowel is called, to give that kind of Italian, Mediterranean taste.
And of course, one of my favorite places is the stairwell. It is an oval-shaped staircase, and you've done an incredible job in the precision work on this room.
There was massive the labor involved in this in order to achieve the finish that we got. The stairway looks great, the walls, the ceiling is unique, and definitely this is one of my favorite parts of the whole house.
Well, that wraps it up for our series on the encapsulation process. Look for more from these companies and the process known as encapsulation, which is becoming a very, very popular way to insulate your home here in Texas and across the United States. And of course, stay tuned for more episodes of Build It with Bruce, right here on Designing Texas. I'm Bruce Russo. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season.
One of the things we do on Designing Texas is help you with your lifestyle, your home and garden. We also address health and beauty. And over the past several months, we've been visiting with Myung Chong and the folks at Hana Azul in Fort Worth, which is a Medi spa, but has some of the most incredible ingredients I have ever used. There's a huge difference in my skin, Myung. You've got some special Christmas packages that you put together to enable our viewers and anyone else to be able to experience the Hana Azul regimen at home.
We have this pre-aging. So this is for somebody who's over 20 years old. This will help them to stay young. The sooner they start, the better it is. And then we also have something called Healthy Glow. Healthy Glow is for the people who have sensitive skin, such as rosacea and redness. So this will help them to smooth out some of the skin texture, so they'll have more even skin tone. And then I have Youthful Glow. This is for people who's over 30 years old. Once we turn 30 and 40, you know, they are really concerned about their fine lines around the eyes and nasal naviate fold. So that will be a great starting point for them. And then I have this amazing for Radiant Glow. So
and this is what I've been using.
Yes.
It's an incredible package. What's your favorite thing in there?
I'm going to pick up this Firming Youth because now it's the winter time, and then, you know, once we turn 50, our skin gets really dry and dehydrated.
It does.
So this will keep your skin very moist, and then wrinkle-free skin, which, you know, we all want that. So I will pick this one.
And we've talked about the face and neck. I've had these laser procedures done to get all sun damage out of my skin, and they're working amazingly, but I still have dry skin. This is new.
This is Recovery Body Hydra. We put it on and keep it moist, so it has all that youthful glow on your face and neck and your hands and your body.
You've made me a believer. So thank you for your contribution to our health and beauty segment, and I wish you a very happy holiday.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
There are 3 guys that I have known since the 1980s who are considered to be the godfathers of Texas cuisine, locally, regionally, and even internationally. Dean Fearing, Stephen Piles, and my guest today, Kent Rathbun, and he's got a great idea for a little Christmas brunch, and our set is at Capital Distributing. One of the things I love most about the holidays is food, and I always want something that's kind of my go-to. With me and what's cooking is Kent Rathbun, and he's got one of those go-to recipes for us.
Absolutely, you know, and in fact, you could do this for Thanksgiving. And
Yeah.
if you do it right and kind of put it away correctly, it's still ready for Christmas. Well, it's a little cranberry and orange chutney, and we have a little jalapeno, or you know, we're from Texas.
Bring the heat.
So we're gonna just kind of pop some big chunks of jalapeno in here. Now you can pull these out, or you can cut it smaller and leave them in.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on how you do this. So let me tell you what we have here. Okay, so we have cranberries just out of the bag, right? And you can do it also with dried cranberries if you like.
Yeah.
A cup of red wine, about a half a cup of sugar, about 2 oranges in here, and then we're going to use a little fresh orange zest.
But I love it. Kent, what are you doing these days? You had your horrific accident just a little over a year ago. You have bounced back. Your wife has her restaurant, Shinsei,
Right.
with Lene Fairing.
Yeah, well, you know, I do a lot with Shinsei and Lover Seafood Market. You know, it's like right now we're working on new menus for the seafood market. My wife is getting ready to open a new restaurant down in Victory Plaza.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be called Emoto. And, it's going to be kind of another Asian concept, and we're going to do some really, really cool Pan-Asian things in the kitchen. So we're very excited. I kind of think this is going to be cool to do on Christmas morning with some really nice English muffins.
Ooh.
This is creamed goat cheese.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So we're just going to take a little kind of this kind of deal right here.
Yeah, look at that. Why can't I make those swirls? I can get one of those frosting thingies and do all that.
You can do that.
Mine never looked that
Well, you
professional.
know, I am a professional.
This is true.
Okay, so now this is hot. So these are just buttered English muffins, okay?
Yep.
We're going to put a little bit of this cranberry just on top like that.
And the juice.
And the juice, of course. Okay. Now this becomes a little bit more than a regular English muffin.
I think so.
I got one other thing here. When I was a kid, my dad used to do the orange chocolate.
Yes.
So this is orange chocolate and cranberry brittle. So we're just going to kind of put a piece of chocolate brittle in here just like this. And I'm going to tell you that if you serve that to your family while you're opening some presents on Christmas morning, you're going to be a rock star.
Well, Kent, thank you so much for coming
Thank
and being
you
with
for
us.
having me on the show.
It's great to see you. You're looking terrific.
Thank
We're glad
you.
to have you with us.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, and that's what's cooking. So I thought I'd share with you my personal favorite Christmas cookie recipe, chocolate crinkles, my girlfriend Terry Kennedy's rum cake, which is to die for, and of course, Kent's recipe today. And you can find that on our website at designingtx.com. Thank you so much for being with us, not only today, but through the year. Buddy Coronado and I appreciate your time and attention, and we hope you have the happiest of holidays. Home is where holidays happen. We'll see you next year.